mean same red meboni to yenina yenim abatuo ye to abawie ye emunsem sem o nsem de ebi aba eto abawie ye de nsem aba pa efida ye to wie ye Ghanafo ye twen ye hwan na ebe wini hwan na ebe lusu ene ya waste your time ya twen ejebu ejenya betru na ejabedru ye no na eye NPP flag bearer Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo ye president dada ono na wasan ye de afa akonwa no afa akonwa na nkrofo bi se da bi ye ntiase NDC fo so mo ntiase da biara da se Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo afa akonwa no na waye de wawiem NDC fo se Nana Ado aye de awiem ene omoka ene social media this week there eno an ngusua de trending na no trending ni mua na enyumri ye wo hwa ye CEO former president John Dramani Mahama flag bearer for a friend is saying the opposition party NDC obeba be kasa 8 o'clock ya train anima mi say 9 ya na ene papa ebe kasa papa be kasa o se resource ne pa de so obeji atum ene nka wo ye John senior friend John enya de obeji atum de biara da o se resource ne de wonye ntum o so wonye da na obekọ courts o so court de obekọ ene o wakansem o so wonye de onko obekọ court enya de obeji resource na tum na ye ka no enye se yatse ne ye ka dada aba na ye ka ntimo de ye hwe video no ye video no ye press conference video no na eda screen no so no o senya de obeji atum resource ne de o say the resource is fake the fake is the resource ntinya de obeji atum nti ono de wonti ase nti enu no issue a critical issue da border minuanom e trend ne pa.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ghanaians. Allow me to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to you for your tremendous support, which you expressed overwhelmingly and convincingly at the polls. There's no doubt that Ghanaians from every region of this great nation of ours voted for change. And we did so in both the presidential and parliamentary elections. I'm a staunch believer in the experiment of democracy, a system of governance that allows the ultimate decision-making power to rest in the hands of you, the good people of Ghana. We, the people, who, with an eye towards the future we would like for our dear country, elect representatives to go forward and realize that vision. Government serves at the choice, direction, and pleasure of the people of this great nation. And I have had the honor and privilege to serve my country in all levels of government. When in 2016, at the end of my first full term as president, I ran for re-election as an incumbent candidate, I respected the will of the people. I conceded, I stepped aside, and I set in motion a peaceful transfer of power because I understood that it was the will of the people. And if we are to progress as a nation, if we are to live up to the inheritance of our history, one for which people have paid the ultimate price, the sacred verdict of the people must be respected. It must be protected. It has been my pledge throughout my time of service as a representative to the good people of Ghana to do exactly that. And that is why I stand before you tonight and willing to accept the fictionalized results of a flawed election. My brothers and sisters, it is important to remember that the government that is in power controls all of the state resources and oversees all of the state's institutions. the line he treads between his loyalty to the power that is held by the people and by his own desire to hold on to power can be a very thin one indeed. We went into the 2020 presidential and parliamentary elections with assurances from the Electoral Commission and the relevant state actors that it will be conducted in an atmosphere free from fear and that it will be fair, transparent, and credible. Unfortunately, that has not been the case. What we witnessed across the country from Monday, 7th December 2020, exposed a deliberate plan to manipulate and predetermine the results of the election in favor of the incumbent candidate, Nana Akufo-Addo, who, as so happens, controls all of the state resources and oversees the state institutions. Despite all of the ruling party's inducements, use of monetary enticements, and other such schemes on a scale never before seen in the history of this country, the good people of this country understood what was at stake, and it was clear as the results of the votes that were legally cast that the National Democratic Congress won the presidential and parliamentary elections. No amount of trickery, sleight of hand, or obfuscation will erase that reality. I'm extremely proud of our parliamentary candidates who have earned for themselves the title of giant elephant killers. We went into the parliamentary elections with a deficit of 63 seats. We made up for our 2016 losses, and we're now set to become the majority in Parliament. This historic feat, after only one term, demonstrates the strength of our great party and the strength of the mandate given to us by the good people of Ghana to lead. In respect of the presidential elections, the facts and figures available to us from pink sheets and other evidence that has unfolded across the country indicate that numerous steps have been taken to manipulate the results of the election in favor of the incumbent. This calls into question the credibility of one of our most important institutional pillars of democracy, the Electoral Commission. It is now obvious to many objective minds that the Commission and its chairperson have been used to manipulate results from the various constituencies and in that process seek to subvert the sovereign will of the Ghanaian people. My brothers and sisters, one matter requires special mention. The use of the military in this election is unprecedented in our history. Armed forces featured heavily as an intimidating measure to reverse election results, and they continue to be used in the same intimidating role to insist on recounts in areas in which the incumbent has lost, while arm twisting election officers during these supposed recounts. We will not accept anything short of a declaration of the legitimate result. I said we will not accept anything short of a declaration of the legitimate results which point to an NDC parliamentary majority. My brothers and sisters, advisedly since the inception of the Fourth Republic, final election results have always been declared within a 72-hour period to allow for thorough and diligent collation. Surprisingly, this Electoral Commission chairperson announced quite suspiciously, and for reasons known to her, a hurried 24-hour deadline, which, as we all know, could not and would not be met. The chairperson of the EC, in less than 24 hours after her declaration, has admitted that she made unacceptable errors, which go to the heart of the entire electoral process and cast deep doubt on the credibility of the announced outcome. The Electoral Commission of Ghana has never brought its credibility to this historic low at such a crucial moment.
What do you see now? Oh, such a video na so. Ah, such a for one 7 years. Umi asiri. Aha wa drama na abeda so. 7 years. Such a dear na aba na ya tro on. E wo brofo kase no. Mia no so. Ni awaye. Eba sa video bia ye de better time mu bia. Ebe ba phone so direct. Ama wetimi ahwe programs ni nyina. Ye ba was